Have you ever got your hands onto a game and thought to yourself that it's incredibly special? Speaking for myself here, the last time I experienced that feeling was with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But over the past few days, I've been spending a lot more time than usual playing this brand new game that just got released and is bringing that feeling back. And that game's name is Valheim, a brutal exploration-based survival game for 1 to 10 players set in a procedurally generated purgatory inspired by Viking culture. And despite the fact that the title is still in early access and is priced at $19.99 US, it's easily one of the best gaming experiences I've had in a very long time. And while I know some of you will worry about the early access tag attached to it, let me just say after 26 hours of play, I've encountered absolutely zero bugs. I also don't seem to be anywhere near completing the game itself. I can imagine another 40 to 60 hours get put into it, no problem. And just to paint that picture for you, take a look at this world map. This is the one me and my buddies have been playing on, and now let me just zoom out to the full scale. I think it's fair to say that for Vikings, we really suck at exploring, the one thing they're probably best known for. But we've been having a ton of fun in just that very small space. We've built a village, made a farmland, tamed boars, mined ores, smelted bronze, fought monsters, skeletons, massive trolls, raided crypts, and heck, we've even snuck behind trolls in their cave and stole their treasures, and that's really just scratching the surface of the type of things we've done so far. If I had to describe the game to you, I would tell you to picture Minecraft, Dark Souls, and RuneScape. Combine the three and there you have Valheim. So whether you're the type of player who likes to create and explore in Minecraft, fight challenging enemies in Dark Souls, or just likes to grind out stats in old school RuneScape, this game has you covered. When it comes to exploration and creation, it's as simple as exploring the world, picking up materials, learning new mats, and then creating stuff based on what you've learned. The game features multiple biomes with different materials in each one, and as you can imagine, the more you have, the more you can combine, the more you can create. That means it certainly pays off to go exploring. But once you found a nice little place that you want to call home, that's when the base building comes into play. My friends and I decided to build our own little Viking village, and we even put security around it because yes, the monsters within the forest will come and try and attack it. Our base is by no means the most beautiful thing, but it works and I'm really happy with what we've got so far. That said, I'm already starting to see some absolutely insane creations on the Valheim subreddit. So if you're really into the whole base building thing, don't worry, this game provides in a really big way. My only real criticism about it is that the placement of things still takes a little time to get used to, but it's not enough to actually prevent you from doing any of your creations. Now when it comes to the combat itself, there's no better way of explaining it than calling it Souls-esque. At its principle, it's very simplistic, but also very in-depth in terms of mastering it. You have a stamina bar, you have to time your attacks, dodge, parry, and even dodge roll. Enemies early on are easily taken out, but still capable of posing a threat if you're too careless. As you go further along, you'll enter an area with new enemy types, and those are much tougher to take on. You're definitely gonna want to build up your equipment before you go in there, but let me just say the first time you take down a troll, man does it feel amazing. And soon after that, you'll find yourself hunting them down to try and wear them as armor. But how could it be a Souls-esque game without the Souls-esque bosses? Don't worry, they're here too. Now my group and I have only beat the first boss so far, but that's only because we've been enjoying the hell out of the rest of the game. With that said, it's still an awesome experience the first time you bring him into the world and you take him on. He looks extremely awesome, and it no doubt has me super hyped to see the next bosses that follow. As you can expect, they have their own special attacks, have their own attack patterns that need to be learned, and you really shouldn't be taking hits because it won't take many for you to die. Now let me talk about the last element, which I described as old school RuneScape. And when I say that, I'm really trying to get at its character progression. Much like RuneScape, you have a whole slew of skills that upgrade as you just do that specific thing. Like cutting down trees with your axe, you'll be able to level up your axe skill. Find yourself sprinting around a lot while exploring and jumping over things, you'll be able to level up both your sprinting and jumping. Or maybe you're like me and just want to punch a rock for a good 2 in-game days to see how far you can level up your fist skill. I'm still hoping that one day I'll be able to cause 1 damage to that rock. But no matter the type of grind you choose to endure, that specific action or weapon type will continue to level up the more you do it. I would actually love to see them add more skills to level up through this method. I find it insanely addicting to just push for that next level up, but that's really only half the story, because as you're leveling up your skills by either woodcutting, mining, or using your weapons in battle, chances are you're doing that very same thing to build up your character or build up your base. So it's really progression on progression, and that's a loop that I hate to admit that I really do love. No matter what you're doing, it always feels like you're consistently building towards something, and then you're granted that something, and then you just build toward the next. The best part being that when you actually upgrade into something better, you feel the benefits of that upgrade. They're not just purely aesthetic, and that's a huge deal. But it's only when you combine all of these elements and stuff them into one very small package, because yeah, the game's only a gigabyte to download, is when you truly realize just how special of a game this is. Open world survival games are a dime a dozen. Unlike PlayerUnknown's, Valheim isn't trying to create its own subgenre. What it's doing is truly more impressive to me. It's entering an arena full of giants and standing up there among them. The fact that it's still in early access and just the start of what's to come, I seriously can't wait to see how this game continues to grow. Oh, and before I forget, yes, there are totally Viking boats you can make and sail in, and yes, there are sea monsters you can battle. The only reason I haven't discussed it is because we haven't gotten that far with my group yet. Either way, if you have any questions remaining about the game itself, do let me know down in the comment section below and I'll answer what I can. All the gameplay you've seen in the background of this video has been captured off a GeForce Now instance, so yes, you can play this through the cloud, and let me just say, it plays amazingly. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. Today's end of video message is simply going to be asking you for what you thought of this video, and if you have any feedback to share, do let me know in the comments section below. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been Generation Stadia, giving you that daily dose of everything and anything cloud gaming related. The Gen S community is over 8,100 strong and growing by the day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.